Welcome to the Business Advancements and Career Development with Generative AI video. The emergence of generative AI has prompted numerous individuals to contemplate the future of their jobs. Simultaneously, leaders are eager to integrate generative AI into their operations to ensure the success of businesses in this era dominated by innovation. The transformation in work, jobs, and market dynamics has inspired us to pose insightful questions like, how can professionals leverage generative AI to stay relevant in the rapidly evolving work landscape? What are the new opportunities for working professionals? How is generative AI beneficial for business? What are the industries that benefit from generative AI? How can companies effectively incorporate and secure this technology? These are the questions we'll answer in this course, where you will discover the transformative impact of generative AI on businesses and professionals. This course invites all beginners, whether professionals, enthusiasts, practitioners, or students. If you have a genuine interest in the rapidly developing field of generative AI, this course is for you. A course for everyone, regardless of your background or experience. By the end of this course, you'll be able to explain the impact of current and emerging trends of generative AI on the business landscape across different industries, identify key requirements essential for integrating generative AI into the business, identify the career opportunities emerging in the field of generative AI, and analyze how generative AI can enhance existing careers in diverse fields. As this is a focused course comprising 3 modules, you're expected to spend 1 to 2 hours to complete each module. In Module 1 of the course, you'll learn how current and emerging trends in generative AI impact the business landscape and career opportunities for professionals in diverse fields. You'll explore how generative AI can influence the expansion of existing businesses and generate ideas and opportunities for new businesses. You'll also gain insights into the guidance necessary for businesses to prepare for embracing generative AI. In Module 2, you'll explore potential career opportunities in generative AI workspaces such as AI engineer, natural language processing engineer, prompt engineer, data scientist, computer vision engineer, AI research scientist, and AI ethicist. You'll also learn how generative AI can enhance career prospects for content creators, IT professionals, and executives or managers. Module 3 requests your participation in a final project and presents a graded quiz to test your understanding of course concepts. You can also visit the course glossary and receive guidance on the next steps in your learning journey. The course is curated with a mix of concept videos and supporting readings. Watch all the videos to capture the full potential of the learning material. You'll work in hands-on labs to understand the limitations of generative AI models and participate in a final project in Module 3. There are practice quizzes at the end of each lesson to help you reinforce your learning. At the end of the course, you'll also attempt a graded quiz. The course also offers discussion forums to connect with the course staff and interact with your peers. Most interestingly, through the expert viewpoint videos, you'll hear experienced practitioners talk about career enhancements with generative AI. Generative AI is like having a creative companion that amplifies our imagination and opens new possibilities across diverse domains. Let's get started. Welcome to Generative AI Trends and Impacts. By the end of this video, you'll be able to describe the current and emerging trends in generative AI and analyze the impact of generative AI on the careers of diverse professionals and the business landscape. You'll also be able to describe how generative AI is emerging as a business. Generative AI is undergoing rapid advancements, potentially transforming various aspects of our life, including both individual careers and the business landscape. The recent years have witnessed widespread integration of this technology in almost every industry. According to McKinsey's 2023 global report, 33% of the top companies have adopted generative AI, with an additional 25% currently in the process of integrating the same. As the capabilities and accessibility of generative AI models are growing over time, this adoption is expected to witness an even more rapid surge. Let's explore some of the current and emerging trends in generative AI models. Models such as GPT and DALL-E have transformed the way businesses generate content and engage with technology. Their intuitive interfaces and APIs facilitate swift prototyping, unlocking the extensive possibilities of exploring the full potential of generative AI. Moreover, the development of larger and more robust models by key players like OpenAI, Google, Microsoft, IBM, and many others is yielding impressive outcomes across diverse domains. Models with multimodal capability, such as Google Gemini, can comprehend and operate seamlessly across diverse content formats, including text, code, image, audio, and video. This capability has opened the scope for new possibilities in the potential applications of generative AI in the fields of virtual and augmented reality. Many cloud-based platforms and open-source frameworks like IBM Watson X, Hugging Face, and PyTorch enable organizations to train and fine-tune the models with their proprietary data, producing outputs that are more relevant, accurate, and aligned with the organization's specific goals. An emerging trend centers around implementing compact and highly efficient versions of generative AI models on edge devices, reducing the dependency on centralized cloud resources, and augmenting the performance of real-time applications. As new generative AI models are being developed, they have increased levels of complexity. Therefore, it's important to make these models more interpretable and explainable because understanding how these models arrive at decision-making is crucial for building trust and accountability. With these emerging trends, generative AI's impact on both businesses and individual careers has expanded. The expanding influence of generative AI, driven by current and emerging trends, is significantly shaping both businesses and individual careers. It's fostering innovation, enhancing efficiency, and opening new opportunities in various professional domains. Let's discuss some of the impacts of generative AI on businesses and the careers of diverse professionals. Businesses are benefiting from generative AI by boosting labor productivity through streamlining workflows and automating repetitive tasks, expediting R&D with generative designs, customizing user experience for heightened engagement and loyalty, and pioneering innovative business models. Personalized models such as Auto-GPT and Custom-GPT adapt to individual preferences and contexts, generating content tailored to specific needs and interests. OpenAI enables the creation of custom versions of ChatGPT, possessing a combination of skills. Generative models cater to highly personalized user experiences across various applications, from recommendation systems to virtual assistant functionalities. Personalized learning platforms utilize generative AI to customize educational content according to individual learning styles and progress. AI-driven design tools assist in the creation of innovative products, artistic pieces, and even entire virtual worlds. Generative AI is accelerating scientific breakthroughs by generating new hypotheses, analyzing vast data sets, and suggesting experimental setups based on its analysis. This helps conduct experiments more efficiently. Gen AI assistants automate repetitive tasks, manage schedules, and handle administrative work, freeing up human time for more strategic activities. GPT models are being used to automate the analysis of complex data sets, generating insightful reports and recommendations for businesses and organizations. Platforms using Gen AI have become more user-friendly and accessible, allowing non-technical individuals to leverage the technology for problem-solving. Open-source initiatives have democratized access to AI technology, fostering collaboration and innovation across communities. In the future, humans and AI will likely work together in close partnership, leveraging each other's strengths to achieve optimal outcomes. AI will provide insights and recommendations, and humans will leverage these data-backed insights and recommendations for results-oriented decisions. Generative AI isn't just reshaping businesses across domains, but also emerging as a business. The generative AI business encompasses model training infrastructure, LLM inference devices, specialized software, personalized assistants, and copilots that accelerate coding. Bloomberg Intelligence forecasts a $1.3 trillion generative AI market by 2032, with an estimated compound annual growth of 42% in the next decade. The key players contributing to the advancement of generative AI include industry giants such as Google, IBM, Microsoft, OpenAI, Hugging Face, and NVIDIA. With the increased adoption of generative AI, new employment prospects are set to surface in areas like prompt engineering, data analysis, and the ethical development of AI. There's a huge demand for professionals with AI skills in the market, as companies are actively seeking talent to implement and enhance new generative AI solutions. The rise of AI-driven decision-making is also giving rise to novel roles such as AI ethicists and AI trainers, thereby influencing the dynamics of the job market. In this video, you learned that generative AI is a rapidly evolving technology with significant advancements in its capabilities. You explored some of the current and emerging trends of generative AI models that are expected to shape its evolution. Further, you learned how businesses benefit from the Gen AI models and how generative AI is emerging as a crucial aspect of business opportunities. Finally, you discovered new employment opportunities that are expected to emerge with the increased adoption of this technology.
Arthur C. Clarke famously said that any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. And perhaps the first time that you played with generative AI, it did evoke a sense of magic. Suddenly, for the first time in our history, we have technology that can speak our languages, understand our requests, and produce entirely novel output. AI can write poetry and draw otherworldly images. It can write code. It can surprise and delight us with an original joke or musical composition. It can create, and an act of creation often inspires wonder. AI isn't just about the digital world. It's also about the physical world. Applied properly, imagine what AI can do for the pace of discovery and innovation. What it can do for discovering new materials, for medicine, for energy, for climate, and so many of the pressing challenges that we face as a species. Ultimately, our success depends on how we approach AI. I want you to think back to the first time you heard about generative AI. It's a phrase that really became part of the public conversation in maybe November or December of 2022. We have seen new models, evolved models, and an explosion of open models. Generative AI has gone from being a fascinating novelty to a new business imperative in less than a year. And every day, there is news of a new use case or application. There is such rapid growth that I can't predict exactly where we'll be 10 years from now or even 10 months from now. But I do know that you're going to want to be actively engaged in shaping that journey. The future of AI is not one or two amazing models to do everything for everyone. It's multimodal. It needs to be democratized, leveraging the energy and the transparency of open science and open source AI, so that we all have a voice in what AI is, what it does, how it's used, and how it impacts society. Where you get to decide what AI can do and how it integrates with your business. It's time to start making plans for how you can effectively, safely, and responsibly put AI to work.
Welcome to the Elevating Businesses with Generative AI video. After watching this video, you'll be able to describe what it means to elevate a business with generative AI, identify the steps for responsibly adopting generative AI, and explain how generative AI models enhance business functions. What does it mean to elevate a business with generative AI? It means to responsibly merge AI systems into business workflows to positively impact profitability, work culture, and society at large. Elevation is different than application. It goes beyond applying generative AI, as it requires a determined effort on the part of business leaders to ensure all aspects of AI adoption are considered, including but not limited to 1. Feasibility, 2. Prioritization, 3. Talent acquisition, 4. Risk management, and 5. Alignment. A feasibility analysis helps identify the business functions that can benefit the most from generative AI. Leaders must prioritize which business functions to elevate, as generative AI is costly to integrate. Leaders must find the right talent mix by outsourcing, hiring, or upskilling existing employees. Leaders must take precautions to protect their businesses against generative AI-related challenges. Businesses must alter workflows and mindsets to work with generative AI. Any business, from a multinational organization to a medium-scale enterprise to a local entrepreneur, can leverage generative AI to increase its visibility and revenue. While banking, high-tech, and life sciences businesses are likely to see the biggest rise in revenue, other industries such as entertainment, sports, education, manufacturing, and wellness will also be impacted. This is because generative AI has the potential to revolutionize business functions across all industries. Business functions such as customer service, marketing and sales, human resources, fraud detection, product design and development, finance and legal have experienced an increase in efficiency and creativity with generative AI models and tools. For instance, conversational generative AI tools, also known as chatbots, adapt their tone and approach to each customer interaction. This reduces resolution times and increases customer satisfaction. Large language models, or LLMs, analyze customer behavior and preferences, enabling marketers to customize advertising, personalize recommendations, and increase customer interactions. Foundation models automate routine tasks and improve data analytics, reducing human error and maximizing productivity. Diffusion models offer cutting-edge tech to create path-breaking, unique, personalized visuals, increasing customer engagement and brand recognition. However, do you really need generative AI for basic tasks such as text classification, risk assessment, content retrieval, and customer segmentation? Discriminative AI models are better suited for these tasks as they produce more accurate results. Therefore, it's essential for any business to conduct a feasibility versus impact analysis of where they can apply generative AI to drive value and profits. A feasibility analysis needs to define the problem. Understand the solution that generative AI can offer, study the impact of integrating generative AI into workflows, assess workforce requirements, select the generative AI model, vet data sets to pre-train the model, and fine-tune algorithms to deliver the required outputs. After performing a feasibility analysis, leaders must prioritize the business functions that can leverage AI to deliver maximum value. This is directly linked to affordability, as generative AI models are expensive to train and maintain. There's also a question of direction. Do you want to focus on cost-cutting or opening new revenue streams? To cut costs, generative AI helps increase productivity through automation, reduce errors in planning and execution, and decrease go-to-market timelines. To open new revenue streams, businesses can use generative AI to forecast scenarios, visualize outcomes, and improve data analytics. These capabilities allow for increased experimentation and innovation. They strengthen the teamwork culture as employees spend time on higher value and collaborative activities. The result is increased sales and increased customer retention. Businesses need the right mix of talent. They can outsource AI-specific tasks like building, training, deploying, and fine-tuning AI models. An ecosystem of AI enablers provides this expertise, including open-source platforms such as Hugging Face and proprietary tools such as IBM Watson X. Leaders need to hire new AI-specific in-house staff, such as AI developers, prompt engineers, and data scientists, to monitor and maintain the AI systems. Lastly, they need to upskill the existing workforce to complement and align the generative AI output. With everything set up, the mind turns to ethics and compliance. Adopting generative AI can harm the brand if businesses do not address challenges such as copyright infringement, data privacy violation, low-quality training data, algorithmic bias, and hallucinations, and inadequate safety, transparency, and accountability measures. To ensure ethical, trustworthy, and responsible AI systems, businesses must reduce bias, track performance variations and model drift, and explain AI-powered decisions to stakeholders and customers. Working alongside generative AI models requires team members to adjust to new workflows, learn new vocabulary, and align their mindsets. For instance, fixed processes give way to flexible ways of approaching issues. Words like neural networks, style transfer, deepfakes, hallucinations, and overfitting are spoken daily, and human roles keep adjusting based on evolving AI capabilities. Adopting generative AI cautiously can elevate a business's reputation and revenue. Earning a customer's digital trust, being transparent with employees and stakeholders, and guarding against ethical risks can help deliver the desired outcomes. In this video, you learn that businesses should responsibly merge AI systems with business workflows to positively impact profitability, work culture, and society. They must carefully consider all aspects of AI adoption, such as feasibility, prioritization, talent acquisition, risk management, and alignment. Generative AI models can elevate business functions as long as they're integrated ethically. Welcome to the video, an ecosystem of generative AI providers. After watching this video, you'll be able to identify the different types of generative AI providers, discuss the emergence of generative AI startups, list generative AI services available to businesses, and recognize collaborative efforts between service providers. Generative AI will grab a 30% share of the $60 billion global AI market by 2025. Which will most likely grow to $1.3 trillion by 2032. This means a majority of businesses will use generative AI to increase their productivity and profits. Reports say 60% of organizations are already using or exploring generative AI in marketing. The question is, do businesses prefer to build generative AI in-house or buy it from the market? Most organizations prefer to buy, not build generative AI models, as this allows them to A, safely experiment with generative AI, B, save time and money training and deploying foundation models, and C, leveraging cutting-edge expertise from the marketplace. As businesses seek support in this space, they encounter three types of AI service providers: multinational corporations, generative AI startups, and consulting firms. These service providers create opportunities for businesses to leverage generative AI in various capacities, to build efficiency into workflows, offer more creative, personalized products and services to their customers, scale their operations, and increase their revenue. A majority of the AI marketplace is served by multinational corporations, such as OpenAI, NVIDIA, Google, Microsoft, Meta, IBM, and Amazon Web Services, to name a few. With a head start in AI innovation, these firms are investing heavily in foundation models, large language models, diffusion models, and other generative AI tools. Two AI service providers, OpenAI and Google, are industry first movers. Chatbots, ChatGPT, and Bard have built considerable trust with consumers and businesses worldwide. OpenAI's GPT-driven large language models and Google's BERT model provide a foundation for others to build customized generative AI solutions. Competing against these multinationals are hundreds of generative AI startups, helped by the democratization of open source AI tech, the availability of accessible application programming interfaces, or APIs, the advancement of cloud infrastructure, and encouragement from users and venture capitalists. In 2023, generative AI startups raised $10 billion despite a global funding slowdown. This enables them to provide affordable, customized, domain or business function-specific generative AI tools to meet market demand. Some of the startups to watch for are Cohere, which builds multilingual LLMs for enterprise; Hugging Face, a collaborative AI community for developers; Tab9, a code-writing AI assistant for software developer; SoundRaw, a royalty-free AI music generator; and Assembly AI, which provides AI as a service. The ecosystem of generative AI service providers also includes consulting giants such as IBM Consulting, the Boston Consulting Group, McKinsey, Accenture, and Dun & Bradstreet. These firms advise businesses on strategic advantages they can gain with generative AI. They help them identify the business functions that will deliver the most impact and help them manage risks by establishing a code of ethics or creating data curation guidelines, among others. For example, Dun & Bradstreet leverages IBM's Watson X to help clients create proprietary generative AI solutions. Businesses can expect these service providers to improve multimodal capabilities of foundation models, curate data sets to remove algorithmic bias and hallucination, fine-tune and optimize LLMs for greater accuracy, customize models for specific domains and business functions, integrate generative AI with existing software and platforms, and provide LLM as a service to help personalize solutions, design and deploy models, train staff, and offer technical support. With this expertise, businesses are able to deliver better value propositions to their consumers and stakeholders. Startups across all industries are able to overcome traditional barriers to market entry by using conversational AI for customer service, rapid content creation for marketing and outreach, scenario forecasting for product and service offerings, and generative design for innovative products and packaging. Service providers may collaborate to learn from each other and increase the adoption of generative AI solutions. Two multinational corporations, IBM and Amazon Web Services, set up an innovation lab for customers to prototype and test generative AI applications. IBM WatsonX.ai and startup Hugging Face share their open source AI tools to help developers build, test, and deploy machine learning solutions. McKinsey combines its proprietary AI and data models with Salesforce's customer relationship management technologies to help companies improve their customer buying experiences and sales productivity. Everyone believes that AI is going to be the greatest force for economic empowerment. In this video, you gained insight into the ecosystem of generative AI service providers, which includes multinational corporations, generative AI startups, and consulting giants. These service providers help businesses build efficiency into workflows, offer more creative products and services, scale operations, and increase revenue. They also collaborate to provide consumers and businesses with improved generative AI solutions.
Welcome to Impact of Generative AI on Different Industries. After watching this video, you'll be able to
Discuss the transformative impact of generative AI for industries.
identify the impact of generative AI on a few prominent industry sectors. Generative AI is a groundbreaking force in the technological and business landscape, leading to a profound transformation across diverse industries. As indicated in a report by McKinsey in 2023, generative AI is projected to contribute between $2.6 trillion to $4.4 trillion annually to the global economy, showcasing the immense value it can bring to industries. The growth trajectory of generative AI across industries is not confined to mere numbers, but represents a fundamental shift in the way industries operate. Generative AI isn't just automating tasks, it's refining workflows from conceptualizing designs to optimizing processes. Generative AI is fostering a culture of constant innovation, allowing faster adaptation to changing needs and market demands. One of the transformative potentials of generative AI includes hyper-personalization. Imagine personalized customer experiences, marketing campaigns, and product recommendations tailored to individual needs. Generative AI models can analyze vast amounts of data in real time to predict outcomes, optimize operations, and make informed decisions. Across different industries, generative AI models are encouraging collaboration between humans and AI to boost human creativity, productivity, and efficiency. Generative AI has a transformative impact on almost every industry. Let's explore its impact on a few prominent industry sectors. The impact of generative AI in high-tech industries is profound and multifaceted. Generative AI is contributing to circuit optimization in semiconductor companies such as NVIDIA and Qualcomm. Generative AI is resulting in faster and more efficient chip designs. Generative AI is making cybersecurity smarter. It can create attack simulations for training security analysts and testing system effectiveness, identify threats, and establish predictive models. Companies such as Palo Alto Networks uses generative AI to detect anomalies and prevent potential breaches proactively. For software development, generative AI automates repetitive coding tasks and aids in testing and debugging. Generative AI products such as GitHub Copilot can help developers write code faster, smarter, and more efficiently. In robotics and automation, generative AI is pivotal in designing and controlling autonomous robots capable of continuous learning and improvement. Companies like Tesla and Boston Dynamics leverage AI to enhance robots' dexterity and problem-solving skills. Generative AI is poised to revolutionize the manufacturing landscape. As per a market research report, the size of the generative AI in the manufacturing market was $223.4 million in 2022 and is projected to exceed $6,398.8 million by 2032. Generative AI speeds up manufacturing design and fosters innovation by automating intricate tasks and rapidly creating and evaluating design alternatives. Airbus, for instance, reduced aircraft partition wall weight by 45% using generative design. Generative AI can simulate production scenarios, streamline various tasks, and minimize downtime. For example, Siemens leverages foundation models to optimize production processes and improve product quality. Further, generative AI models can forecast demand and optimize inventory levels. Additionally, generative AI can create optimal supply chain models by considering factors like costs, delivery times, and reliability. In the finance industry, generative AI exhibits the potential to automate routine tasks, improve risk mitigation, and streamline financial operations. According to Goldman Sachs research, the use of generative AI in finance is expected to increase global gross domestic product, or GDP, by 7% and boost productivity by 1.5%. In the banking industry, generative AI has the potential to enhance the efficiencies already delivered by artificial intelligence. According to McKinsey, generative AI could deliver value equal to an additional $200 billion to $340 billion annually if its use cases in banking are fully implemented. Generative AI is poised to transform the banking industry by enhancing personalized customer experiences by predicting customers' financial needs and behaviors to provide tailored recommendations. For instance, Morgan Stanley utilizes OpenAI-powered chatbots to aid their team of financial advisors by analyzing internal research and data for providing instant personalized insights to clients. Moreover, generative AI enables more accurate credit risk assessments through extensive data sets. Additionally, real-time analysis of transactions and data helps identify suspicious activity, thereby reducing fraud. As per McKinsey, the retail and consumer packaged goods, or CPG industry, holds the potential to deliver $400 billion to $660 billion a year by leveraging generative AI. For CPG companies, generative AI enables personalized customer journey and marketing campaigns, streamlined marketing and brand content, enhanced chatbots, and dynamic pricing. It can aggregate market data to test concepts, ideas, and models. CPG companies are increasingly integrating generative AI into their operations. For instance, Nestle is using generative AI to validate new product ideas and create market research reports. Tapestry, the parent company of brands like Kate Spade and Coach, utilizes generative AI to automate online personalization. In the healthcare industry, generative AI is redefining drug discovery, personalizing medicine, and accelerating medical research. Pharmaceutical firms usually allocate around 20% of revenues to R&D, and developing a new drug spans 10 to 15 years on average. Leveraging foundation models and generative AI can expedite this and yield substantial value. According to McKinsey, generative AI could reduce the cost of drug development by up to 40% and halve the time it takes to bring new drugs to market. Across different industries, generative AI's potential and impact vary in different functions. For instance, in high-tech industries, the greatest impact will be on software engineering, while in banking, it will significantly affect customer operations. In the medical field, the impact will be notable in product and R&D. Marketing and sales functions experience high impact across various industries. Approximately 75% of the estimated value derived from generative AI use cases is concentrated in 4 key areas: customer operations, marketing and sales, software engineering, and research and development. Apart from the industries covered in this video, generative AI is influencing other sectors, including media and entertainment, education, construction, energy, and agriculture. Generative AI isn't just a trend, it's a driving force behind the next wave of innovation, efficiency, and personalized experiences across industries. To summarize, in this video, you learned about the impact of generative AI leading to a fundamental shift in the way industries operate. Generative AI is impacting industries to redefine workflows, foster a culture of innovation, attain hyper-personalization, enable informed decision-making, and boost creativity, productivity, and efficiency. Generative AI is making a profound and multifaceted impact on different industries, including high-tech, manufacturing, finance, retail, and healthcare. Welcome to the Career Opportunities in Generative AI video. After watching this video, you'll be able to describe the tasks involved in working with generative AI systems, identify the skills needed to work with generative AI, and discover the professional roles in the generative AI space. Organizations use generative AI to reduce human effort and error. However, they still need to hire and train the right set of people to work with the technology. That's why we see the rebirth of AI professionals. The skill set to work with generative AI systems goes beyond just experience with AI. Today's AI professionals come from various disciplines and perform a variety of roles based on the specific tasks they are assigned. Let's understand these tasks at a broad level. You need to curate massive data sets to train deep learning algorithms. You need to test and refine generative AI models, maybe even customize the models or integrate them with other technology. This means further fine-tuning the models. Through the process lifecycle, you need good governance to ensure the AI systems and organizational workforce follow a strict code of ethics. Performing these tasks requires a combination of technical expertise, interpersonal skills, and a never-give-up attitude. Only then can AI professionals successfully work with generative AI. Technical expertise in machine learning, deep learning, natural language processing, mathematics, statistics, and working with large data sets is in high demand. Working knowledge of Java, Python, TensorFlow, PyTorch, and other programming languages is recommended. Possessing analytical and critical thinking, focused problem solving, and innovation and creativity is helpful. A never-give-up attitude. Why is this such a key aspect of working with generative AI? When working with generative AI, you have to continuously think outside the box, solve complex problems, repeatedly redirect algorithms, and visualize the future of this technology. Generative AI itself is constantly innovating. Therefore, you must be mentally prepared to enter the world of generative AI. These are the roles critical to a generative AI workforce: machine learning or AI engineer, natural language processing engineer, prompt engineer, data scientist, computer vision engineer, AI research scientist, and AI ethicist. Let's meet the people who perform these roles. Meet Eric, a machine learning engineer. He has many years of experience in linear algebra, statistics, and computer programming. He designs and implements generative AI models for practical applications. This includes sourcing data, selecting suitable machine learning algorithms, developing models, testing them for accuracy, and deploying them. Meet Anita, one of the few women working as a natural language processing engineer. She has strong linguistic and programming skills. Her job is to train and build large language models to process human language. Just like ChatGPT, the LLMs she designs respond to queries and perform speech recognition, machine translation, sentiment analysis, text summarization, and other NLP tasks. If you're curious, prompt engineering will be really fun for you. Meet Professor Jaffa. She used to teach psychology at the local university and then took a night course in NLP. She recently started working as a prompt engineer, and her role requires her to write clear, concise, relevant, and specific prompts to test how generative AI models will respond. Once she understands how the algorithm thinks, she can help the organization remove algorithmic bias in the AI system and set up guardrails. Meet Manuel. He's a data scientist with strong experience in data analysis, statistical modeling, and machine learning techniques. Manuel is responsible for fine-tuning existing models for a specific purpose. This includes curating the enormous data sets on which foundation models are trained. Using his skills, he extracts valuable insights, patterns, and knowledge from the data before training AI algorithms. Hussein is a computer vision engineer. He has a degree in computer science, is proficient in C++, and has knowledge of applied mathematics. His job is to train machines to process videos and images so that they can recognize objects and faces. Using generative AI, he's able to perform image synthesis and style transfer, among other tasks. His core responsibilities involve researching and implementing advanced computer vision techniques. This calls for frequent collaboration with others. Chen is an AI research scientist. He applies his expertise in mathematics, statistics, and programming to develop new AI algorithms, models, and techniques. His job involves continuously staying ahead of cutting-edge research and applying it to solve complex problems. Marianne is an AI ethicist. She has a mix of technical and non-technical knowledge. She's familiar with foundation models and their capabilities and is also well-versed in ethical theories and social sciences, which she uses to evaluate generative AI's impact on society. She structures detailed guidelines and policies to overcome issues such as data bias, lack of transparency, and copyright infringement. Her focus is to ensure that organizations use generative AI responsibly. In this video, you gained insight into the career possibilities within generative AI with a detailed understanding of the professional roles you can play, such as a machine learning or AI engineer, a natural language processing engineer, a prompt engineer, a data scientist, a computer vision engineer, an AI research scientist, and an AI ethicist. Welcome to the Enhancing Your Career with Generative AI video. After watching this video, you'll be able to recognize how professionals can benefit from using generative AI, describe specific generative AI capabilities that can be leveraged, list the risks associated with generative AI, and identify steps to integrate generative AI into your work. You can give your career a real boost with generative AI. Experiment with the freely available multi-domain large language models, also known as LLMs, or invest in domain-specific generative AI tools. Either way, no matter which industry you work in, no matter which geography you prefer, and no matter which role you play, generative AI will help you do what you love to do faster and better. Generative AI offers 3 core benefits for professionals: increased experimentation and innovation, increased productivity and professionalism, and increased accuracy and alignment. As foundation models are trained on diverse and multidisciplinary data, you can prompt them for ideas or use them to brainstorm. You can use them to create videos, images, audio, and presentations in multiple languages, increasing the creativity and uniqueness of your work. With generative AI, you now produce higher value output than before. LLMs can automate many basic tasks, giving you time for higher value decision-making and problem-solving tasks. With generative AI, your working hours now have more commercial value. Often, we may feel stuck in our work, maybe even struggle to find experts to validate our research. However, if you ask the right queries, LLMs can act as reviewers, problem solvers, and idea or content generators, making your work more accurate and aligned with customer expectations. Why don't we look at how different professionals such as filmmakers, artists, lawyers, marketers, architects, journalists, and financial analysts use generative AI in their daily tasks? Filmmakers have an ocean of generative AI tools available to them: Runway, Wonder Dynamics, Synthesia, Deep Brain AI, and Metaphysic, among others. These tools help with screenwriting, content localization, pre-visualization, sound and visual effects, editing, and rotoscoping, allowing filmmakers to improve the quality of storytelling, streamline production processes, and increase visual creativity. Artists can use generative AI tools such as DALL-E 2, Midjourney, Canva AI, and Jasper, among others, to experiment with landscapes, abstract shapes, colors, and textures, automate basic processes such as shading, colorization, and the creation of new colors or textures, and add alternate text and text-to-speech descriptions to increase accessibility. This allows artists to focus more on conceptualizing and refining their ideas while simultaneously reducing the time and cost of creating artwork. GPT-4 scored 90th percentile in the Uniform Bar Exam, clearly signifying that LLMs can perform basic paperwork-related tasks like interns and junior lawyers. At a quick glance, lawyers can use tools such as ClickUp, LawGeeks, Amto, and Detangle.ai, among others. With generative AI, lawyers can dialogue and brainstorm to gain perspective on issues, auto-compare contracts with company policy on a semantic level, and research templates and samples of legal documents. This allows lawyers to draft contracts, notices, and clauses more quickly, freeing up their time to focus on higher value services such as strategy and negotiation, client acquisition and management, and value-added services to build goodwill and reputation. Marketers can use generative AI tools such as ChatGPT, Jasper, Einstein GPT by Salesforce, GPT-4 powered Rapidly, and Flick to empower their marketing strategies and automate their workflows. By doing this, they gain deeper insight into customer behavior and create more effective posts, hashtags, and online campaigns. What about making buildings better? Can foundation models help with that? Generative AI tools such as Market AI, Finch, and Tessa Modulus automate entire building design workflows. They also generate thousands of designs based on specific parameters, such as load-bearing capacity, code compliance, or material efficiency. This allows architects, construction engineers, and interior designers to optimize space and create sustainable and efficient structures. Media houses and LLMs have a symbiotic relationship. Many AI firms turn to media archives to train their LLMs. On the other hand, journalists use generative AI to improve the accuracy and timeliness of articles and increase user engagement. Have you heard of Longshot AI, Connexon, Pinpoint from Google's Journalist Studio, or Descript? These are generative tools designed for modern journalism. Using generative AI, journalists scan text for fake news, misleading content, or discrimination, summarize and identify newsworthy items, and write articles with predictable content, such as obituaries, sports updates, or weather forecasts. They also convert texts into videos, infographics, or illustrations. Personalize news alerts based on reader preferences and transcribe interviews and articles for increased accessibility. LLMs such as Planful Predict AI, DataRails, FP&A Genius, and Anaplan Plan IQ are trained specifically on financial data. They're effective in data sharing, sentiment analysis, news classification, and integration tasks, allowing analysts to increase their collaboration and productivity and make better informed decisions. By leveraging generative AI, your workday integrates the best of AI productivity and human integrity. However, there are risks that emerge. For instance, does the AI tool infringe on the copyright of proprietary data? Can you copyright machine-produced art? Can you prove that a generative AI application has reproduced your work without your consent? LLMs are curious and clever, but they produce different responses for the same prompt, exhibit algorithmic bias, and often hallucinate. Therefore, use generative AI to create first drafts only. Then rewrite the content in your own words. Only utilize the generated elements that make 100% sense to you. Whatever your choice of profession, you can begin using generative AI in your work today with these 5 steps. Read up on key concepts in AI. Get certified through generative AI courses. Experiment with freely available tools. Start a personal project to gain hands-on experience. And stay up to date with the latest research. As generative AI keeps evolving, so will you. In this video, you explored how generative AI can increase your experimentation and innovation, productivity and professionalism, and accuracy and alignment. However, proceed with caution as LLMs can exhibit algorithmic bias, infringe copyright, or hallucinate. Go step by step to begin using generative AI in your work. Welcome to the video Generative AI for Content Creators. After watching this video, you'll be able to explore a few prominent domains utilizing generative AI for content creation and discuss the essential skills that professionals need to harness the full potential of this transformative technology. Content creation has evolved and become a crucial element across diverse domains, such as human resources, marketing, learning and development, media production, entertainment, and many others. Generative AI has transformed content creation by offering numerous benefits, such as increasing efficiency, generating unique and innovative content, creating personalized content, and providing data-driven insights. Here are some statistics from a survey conducted by Hootsuite, a social media management platform, highlighting the growing popularity of generative AI among content creators across various domains. According to the survey, 23% of American authors use generative AI to maintain good grammar or generate plot ideas and characters. Additionally, 57.1% of marketers use generative AI tools to create long content like blogs, white papers, and ebooks. Meanwhile, 55.4% are using it to write shorter content like social media posts and product descriptions. Another report from SEO. AI stated that 17% of respondents confirmed using generative AI tools in HR departments for recruitment processes. The popularity of generative AI among content creators is evolving with exciting developments showing up all the time. For example, multimodals like ChatGPT-4 and Google Gemini handle different formats like images, code, and audio seamlessly. This opens possibilities for cross-content creation, like generating a script based on a painting or generating a narrative accompanied by relevant images or visual scenes. Generative AI has become more adaptive, catering to specific styles, tones, and target audiences. This empowers creators to create personalized and customized content, such as personalized articles, learning tutorials, and product recommendations. Interestingly, generative AI is getting better at grasping the why behind things, creating more nuanced creations, particularly in educational materials. As content creators, you can consider integrating generative AI into your daily work to stay ahead of the competition. Let's explore some of the applications of generative AI in content creation across different domains. In the field of human resources, generative AI can automate the creation of job descriptions and candidate inquiries. It can personalize communication with candidates, share targeted messages, tailor interview questions, and provide relevant information based on their preferences and experiences. It can generate onboarding documents and training materials. AI-powered chatbots offer instant HR-related support, answering employee questions about benefits, payroll, or policies. Generative AI can provide actionable insights from employee data, enabling HR professionals to make decisions about talent management, workforce planning, and employee engagement strategies. Some of the generative AI models and tools helpful in performing the above tasks are OpenAI's GPT, Google's Smart Compose, and Writesonic. In the field of marketing, a diverse set of generative AI tools such as Jasper, Copy.ai, or Writesonic are available to automate content creation, thus saving time and effort. These tools can create social media posts and blogs, craft emails for campaigns, and produce various other drafts of content that human marketers can refine and personalize. Generative AI can also refine existing content by providing valuable insights and improvement suggestions. With multimodal capabilities of generative AI, marketers can generate stunning visuals, including graphics, images, art forms, and videos to enhance their storytelling, create eye-catching social media posts, or create visually engaging presentations. Generative AI models such as GPT-4 can create hyper-personalized content by analyzing datasets and tailoring content to individual preferences and behavior. This can be leveraged to design personalized campaigns for the companies they are targeting. In the field of learning and development, generative AI is making learning more personalized. It does this by analyzing a student's profile, finding out what they're interested in and what they already know. For instance, if a student understands things better through audio lessons than reading, then the AI might recommend more audio resources matching their interests and prior knowledge. Generative AI can also create assessments and scenario-based simulation questions for online platforms. These resources can help check how well the learners understand and what skills they possess. It can also enhance collaborative learning on online platforms by creating interesting discussion starters, engaging case studies, and activities for solving problems together. This helps people remember what they learn and encourages them to think critically. In the fields of entertainment, generative AI can be used to create interesting characters for video games, animations, or virtual worlds. It can analyze vast data sets from movies, scripts, and audience preferences, generating new ideas for narratives, resulting in more engaging and targeted content. IBM Watson has been employed to analyze the content of films and produce movie trailers, including the most captivating and thrilling scenes. On the other hand, Netflix is using generative AI to develop personalized movie trailers catering to individual preferences. Generative AI has also immensely impacted the creator or influencer economy by streamlining content creation, offering personalized and automated social media engagement, and driving data-driven collaborations. It has raised the bar for the quality and quantity of the content being published on platforms like YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. Generative AI's assistance in content creation is empowering the emerging wave of new content creators in the market, and simultaneously facilitating the novel creators to scale their publishing efforts. Moving ahead, let's discuss the important skills that professionals should possess to harness the full potential of this technology. Familiarizing oneself with different generative AI models, their capabilities, limitations, and best practices is important for using them most. Prompt engineering is the practice of designing prompts that guide AI models to create the desired content. Mastering prompt engineering is key to getting the best response from Gen AI tools. Ensuring accuracy in AI-generated content often requires careful editing and fact-checking. Understanding how to analyze data generated by your AI tools can help you refine your prompts, track the performance of your content, and identify areas for improvement. Knowing how to choose the right pre-trained models and fine-tune the output produced is also valuable. Collaborating creatively with generative AI models is a good approach. Content creators should integrate AI suggestions into their work and refine them to align with their creative vision. In this video, you learned that generative AI is transforming the landscape of content creation across various domains such as human resources, marketing, learning and design, entertainment, and many others. The model has also impacted the creator or influencer economy by streamlining content creation. As content creators embrace this technology, acquiring the necessary skills and leveraging the right tools will be key to unlocking its full potential. By understanding the diverse applications of generative AI, professionals can embark on a journey of creativity, efficiency, and innovation in content creation. Get ready to unleash your creativity with generative AI. Welcome to the Generative AI for IT Professionals video. After watching this video, you'll be able to describe occupational issues of IT professionals, identify how IT professionals can leverage generative AI, list the benefits of using generative AI, and explain the challenges of using generative AI. How can professionals in the field of information technology leverage generative AI? Let's answer this by examining the role of 4 professionals: software developers, IT professionals, data scientists, and DevOps engineers. Meet Shanti, a software developer. She's in a bind. The code she wrote is missing some segments. She needs to write them manually through the night, which might lead to errors. How can Shanti use generative AI to modify the code more efficiently? Generative AI tools such as OpenAI Codex, Microsoft Copilot, GitHub Copilot, Tab9, and Kite generate boilerplate code, suggest code completions for repetitive code segments, or generate code snippets from natural language prompts. Shanti can use them to analyze code changes, fix simple bugs, and identify potential bugs during the code review process. Visual Studio Live Share creates pair programming sessions in which the tool acts as a coding partner to help catch errors in real time. Diff Blue Cover generates test cases for more extensive and efficient testing and checks documents, unit tests, and test data for bugs. Sphinx generates documentation for code and systems based on natural language descriptions. By using generative AI, software developers save time writing code, speed up software development, create prototypes rapidly, and improve code readability and maintainability. No longer tasked with fixing repetitive code defects, Shanti is able to explore new ideas. She uses generative AI to write code for proof-of-concept projects and experiment with problem-solving approaches. Across the coast sits Joel, an IT professional. His team is short-staffed and struggling to perform scheduled system administration tasks. He wants to know if generative AI can help them address this issue. Generative AI tools such as Rundeck, Ansible, and Terraform automate code for system administration, configuration management, user provisioning, security patching, and other routine tasks. Elasticsearch, Logstash, and Kibana identify patterns, anomalies, and potential issues in system logs. Syntho, MD Clone, Mostly AI, Sogeti, and Hazy generate synthetic testing data to pre-train systems. By using generative AI, IT professionals detect security threats and performance gaps, troubleshoot issues early on, avoid manual data creation, reducing human error, and proactively maintain IT systems. Joel also uses generative AI to write knowledge-based articles and chatbot responses to frequently asked questions, improving service desk efficiency. Located down south, Ali is a data scientist with an AI firm. He's struggling to fine-tune a foundation model because quality data is not easily available. How can he use generative AI to address this issue? Generative AI tools such as Google AI platform Vertex AI, Amazon SageMaker, and Microsoft Azure Machine Learning overcome data scarcity by training and testing AI models on synthetic data sets. They also generate code for data cleaning and pre-processing tasks, and even suggest and generate features based on the data. H2O driverless AI and Data Robot create interactive visual reports to communicate complex data insights. By using generative AI, data scientists improve the efficiency of the fine-tuning process and the quality of pre-training data. This helps them make informed decisions and save time. Ali even uses generative AI to brainstorm new features and capture insights from existing data. As a DevOps engineer, Lila oversees the continuous integration and continuous deployment, or CI/CD pipeline. This pipeline integrates 6 phases to deliver a new application. Her team is facing operational snags in the monitoring phase of the pipeline and wants to use generative AI to close this gap. Generative AI tools such as Jenkins, GitLab, CI/CD, and CircleCI automate phases of CI/CD pipeline. For instance, they generate test cases to deploy applications automatically. They issue alerts and offer insights to improve monitoring and troubleshooting. They also suggest code to optimize infrastructure for cloud-based environments. Terraform automates the generation of IAC scripts. By using generative AI, DevOps engineers facilitate infrastructure management, automate testing and deployment, and accelerate the software release cycle. This helps them guarantee the reliability and security of automated processes. However, generative AI models come with their own sets of risks: high-cost graphics, processing units, algorithmic bias, possible misuse, lack of transparency, poor data security measures, copyright infringement issues, and unregulated applications. By actively experimenting with generative AI, IT professionals can address any known and unknown limitations to help improve the capabilities of foundational models. This will further help increase their productivity and creativity. In this video, you discovered how software developers, IT professionals, data scientists, and DevOps engineers struggle with limited time, limited resources, and process disruptions. By using generative AI tools, they can automate repetitive processes, resulting in increased productivity and improved decision-making. They can also address the limitations of foundation models to help evolve AI technology.
Welcome to the Generative AI for Leaders and Managers video. After watching this video, you'll be able to describe the core tasks performed by leaders and managers, explain the challenges they face while performing these tasks, list the generative AI capabilities they can leverage, and identify the benefits of using generative AI. Leaders are responsible for defining an organization's vision, while managers are responsible for executing that vision.
Both these roles call for continuous and focused decision-making. To understand how both leaders and managers can leverage generative AI to help them make business-critical decisions, let's start by exploring the leadership role. Lania is at an industry conference and everyone is only talking about ChatGPT and the rise of AI. As the CEO of a 50-person firm, Lania wants to use generative AI to increase her brand presence and sales. However, she's hesitant about how much AI she can take on. The expense and risk of training foundation models makes her nervous. Lania is not the only one. According to Ernst & Young, 70% of CEOs see the need to act quickly on generative AI to gain a strategic advantage. However, 68% report being uncertain about the technology and find it challenging to act quickly. C-title leaders have one key responsibility: to guide the company in the right direction. This includes making executive-level decisions daily to optimize the organization's operations, finances, and brand identity. Despite spending many hours attending meetings and reading reports, leaders struggle with revenue generation, time management, marketing strategies, and leadership obligations. How can generative AI help leaders address these struggles? Generative AI models process vast amounts of data and simulate multiple scenarios and outcomes. This allows decision makers to view intricate reports on market analysis, risk assessment, and growth strategy and visualize the impact of their decisions in advance. Using generative AI tools, leaders can take a new approach to problem solving and decision making that contributes to people and profits. When the organizational vision is focused, managers can focus on delivering results. Meet Sani. He's a project manager at a local firm and supervises 2 teams. This includes making decisions daily to ensure the projects meet the decided budget, quality, and deadlines. Unfortunately, Sani's day is never easy. Project management comes with its own challenges: continuous scope creep, missing skill sets, lack of team alignment, stakeholder expectations, and communication versus miscommunication. According to the Project Management Institute, 11.4% of business investment is wasted due to poor project performance. Can managers leverage generative AI to reduce this wastage? Generative AI tools automate repetitive tasks such as planning, scheduling, communication, resource allocation, and tracking and reporting. For instance, they create documentation and visualize data reports, align project tasks with team member skills, and provide real-time feedback, alerts, and recommendations. With this input, project managers are able to make data-driven decisions, identify bottlenecks, and mitigate risk. Invest in ideation and innovation. Involve stakeholders in early problem solving, and monitor and control project progress. At the end of the day, there's no rush to invest in too much AI too soon. However, for successful AI adoption, there is a need to understand how you can work with generative AI and responsibly integrate it into your workplace and workflows. 4 steps that you can consider. Always collaborate. Leaders should get buy-in from managers, employees, stakeholders, and advisors. There's no need to make this decision in isolation. Prioritize. Which is the business problem you want to solve first? Verify data that is generated from the AI model for accuracy and alignment with company values. Decide what data to use and when. Generative AI models will analyze, collate, and visualize data, but leaders and managers must apply their experience, social intelligence, and ingenuity in how data is used. In this video, you learned that generative AI helps leaders simulate multiple scenarios so that they can visualize outcomes in advance and approach problems differently. It also helps managers control project progress through task automation. They can plan, schedule, communicate, allocate resources, and track and report more efficiently. Business teams should collaborate, prioritize, verify, and decide their approach for successful AI adoption using their experience, social intelligence, and ingenuity.
Hello, my name is Bradley Steinfeld and I work for IBM. In this video, I'm going to give you 2 quick demos of how to create custom GPTs. Now, as of January 2024, you will need a paid account with OpenAI to use the custom GPT features. To get started, simply go to chat.openai.com/GPTs. When you get to this page, you'll see the GPT store, which lists a whole bunch of GPTs, custom ones that people have created and shared that you can simply get up and use. But in order to create your own, in the upper right, simply click the Create button. And now I've landed on the GPT editor page. You'll notice at the top left, there are 2 buttons, Configure and Create. If I click Create, I'm sent to the GPT Builder chatbot, which is the easiest way to create a custom GPT. And first, it simply asks, what would you like to make? So to start, I'm going to create an interview assistant. And it's going to be to help me conduct interviews on a very specific job posting. So I'm going to say, I would like an interview assistant to help me conduct job interviews for the attached job posting. And I'm going to take a PDF file of a job posting and simply attach it. And when it's uploaded, I can simply send the message. Now the GPT builder is going to analyze what I've sent to start customizing and updating the custom GPT that I'm building. So you can see here, it says, great, I've set up the GPT as an interview assistant for a software developer intern role. It will be providing questions, blah, blah, blah. So pretty much it already knows the job posting information. And then it says, how about we name this GPT interview assistant? Would that work for you? And it's also in the process of generating a profile picture. And it's going to say, is that profile picture good? I'm going to say, yes, both the name and profile picture are good. I can continue chatting with this chatbot to continue to customize and configure my GPT, but let's just say this is enough for now. Right away on the right side, I can start already using and testing out the GPT. So I can say, generate 5 interview questions for this role. And as soon as I do that, it will say, based on the job role you're applying for, here are various interview questions. Now, the great thing about this is I'm also able to upload a PDF of a resume and to get even more specific questions. And this is very useful because creating this GPT is very trivial and easy to do. You can see it generated all these instructions and information in here, which I can continue to tweak and configure. But the value of this demo is that within just a couple minutes, I have a GPT that not only I can use to help me conduct interviews that's very specific to the job posting, but I can also share it. And if you see in the upper right corner, there's a save button, and I can keep it for myself or share it to anyone with the link or share it widely in the GPT store. Now, in this case, I probably want to share it to other colleagues and other people who are conducting interviews and to give them this helper. Now, to dig deeper into all of these different settings in the configure menu, let's do this with a new demo. So I'm going to go back and create a new custom GPT. This time, I'm going to start in the configure menu. From here, I have the ability to customize each and every aspect of our custom GPT. So for this demo, I'm going to create a custom GPT that first generates a special type of art called one-line art. And then from that art, it's going to generate an STL file, which is a 3D printable file that I can actually print on a 3D printer. So first, to name it, I'll just name it STL generator. The description will be, I create art and then turn it into a 3D printable STL file. For its instructions, I'm going to paste in some custom instructions that I've created. Now, these are just some instructions. I'll go over some key parts. Your primary focus is creating art based on user descriptions using the unique and minimalist technique of one-line drawing. Your artwork must be black and white and must not have a background. I give it more rules on how to create this one-line art, and then I say after you create the art, you can then convert it to an STL file. To convert it to an STL file, please use the following code. And I give some Python code, which is going to convert that art to an STL file. Now, you don't need to use code, but it does give you a lot more confidence that it's going to work. So I've pasted that into the instructions. For conversation starters, these are just helpers when other people use your custom GPT. So you can say, create art of a pig. And you'll see it adds a little button that someone can simply click that to paste it in as their first message. Next, we have the knowledge base. So we used this in the previous example with the job posting PDF. I am not going to use this right now. And next, we have capabilities. Web browsing to allow your custom GPT to browse the web to get information. DALL-E image generation to allow your custom GPT to generate an image. And code interpreter, which allows the custom GPT to actually run Python code. The two that are important to us are going to be DALL-E image generation to generate the one-line art, and then code interpreter to actually run the code to convert that image to an STL file. Last but not least, we have actions, and actions are probably the most powerful thing you can do in a custom GPT, but also the most complex. They allow you to connect your custom GPT to external services on the web to actually do real things beyond just chatting. Now, this is more an advanced topic, so I'm not going to cover it right now. With that, we already have our STL generator GPT. I can test it out simply by clicking Create Art of a Pig. And you'll see if I click our little conversation starter, it simply just pastes it as my first line. And now the STL generator is going to start by generating our one-line art. Beautiful. It's generated a black and white picture that follows the right one-line art style. And you can see below it, it says analyzing. If you click it, you can see the actual code that's running, which should be equivalent to the code that I sent in. And it's going to take this picture and convert it to a 3D printable file. And after it's completed, you'll see it says the one-line art of a pig has been successfully converted into an STL file. You can download the STL file using the link below. Simply click this button, and I have my STL file of a pig one-line art drawing. Okay, the 3D print is done, and the pig came out beautifully. It was a complete success. Now, just a few things to finish up. First of all, I want to be clear. You do not need to create code yourself in order to create a custom GPT. The GPT will fill it in for you if you don't enter any code and will do its best. Now, that said, the more you put into a GPT, your custom GPT, the more you'll get out of it. So if you want to get popular on the GPT store, or if you want to create something that really is amazing, you'll probably need to invest a little bit more time than a few minutes. That said, one quite amazing thing of these GPTs is how quick and easy they are to create. Just think about it. In just a few minutes, with zero code, you can create an application on the web and share it with people. You couldn't do this before, especially with zero code so fast. So think about what use cases make sense. There's a lot out there, and the future is very bright. Thanks.